Welcome to Animeconomy. Here, we break down books by amazing authors, helping you really get a grip on economic concepts in a way that's, actually fun and easy to understand. Okay, what if I told you there's a hidden language that explains, well, pretty much everything? A secret code that dictates why some nations are rich while others are poor, why your plane ticket costs what it does, and how is it that some people can throw birthday parties for their dogs while others don't have a home? It's a huge question, right? Well, that language, it's economics. And today, we're going to strip it all down to its bare essentials. We're going to get to the truth, guided by Charles Wheelan's absolute masterpiece, Naked Economics.
All right, let's just be real for a second. Economics has a major branding problem. I mean, you hear the word and you probably think of super complex graphs, a bunch of confusing jargon, and really dull predictions, right? But what if that's all just a costume? What if it's hiding something amazing?
So, what if we could just strip all that jargon away and see the powerful ideas underneath? Wheelan argues that at its core, economics is really just the study of how we get the most out of life. And it all starts with one super simple but incredibly powerful idea.
See, every single choice you make, from hitting that snooze button this morning to picking your career path, it's all an attempt to maximize what economists call your utility. And that's just a fancy word for your overall well-being. Now, this isn't just about selfishness or money, not at all. It's about what makes you feel better off. It explains why a laundress might give her entire life savings to help students, or why someone would literally jump onto subway tracks to save a stranger. They're maximizing their own sense of well-being, their utility, as they define it. And believe me, this one simple idea, it's the key that unlocks everything else.
So, okay, if everyone is just out there trying to make themselves better off, how does society even work? I mean, shouldn't it be total chaos? Well, the answer is the market. Economists love to ask this simple question: who feeds Paris? And the answer is nobody. There's no central planner, no minister of food telling people what to do. And yet millions of people get what they need every single day. It's kind of miraculous, right? Just think about your morning coffee. The farmer who grew the beans, the driver who shipped them, the barista who made your drink. They didn't do it because they love you. They did it for themselves, to earn a living. And that's the magic of Adam Smith's invisible hand. It takes all our individual self-interest and somehow weaves it together to benefit almost everyone.
And the sheer power of this system over time is just staggering. Take this, for example. Back in 1971, the average person had to work 174 hours just to buy a 25-inch color TV. It was a massive luxury.
But today, a way better, more reliable TV costs only about 23 hours of labor. That's an incredible drop. This relentless drive for profit, this competition, it literally makes our lives better, cheaper, and longer. But, and this is a big but, the market has a dark side.
See, the market is totally amoral. It doesn't care about what's good or bad. It doesn't give us what we need, it gives us what we're willing to pay for. It rewards scarcity, which has nothing to do with actual value. I mean, think about it. Diamonds are super expensive, but water is cheap. Why? Scarcity. And it's why a brilliant surgeon can make a fortune doing cosmetic surgery while millions of kids can't get basic medicine. The market creates these really harsh realities.
Every system has to figure out how to ration stuff. In a capitalist system, we use prices. If you can pay, you get it. In the old Soviet Union, they used lines. You waited. Maybe you got some pork, maybe you didn't. Both are just ways of rationing. But here's the difference. Prices send signals. They tell producers what people want, and that drives constant, relentless change. It's a process the economist Joseph Schumpeter called creative destruction.
And man, is it brutal. Creative destruction is the engine of progress, for sure, but it's also incredibly painful. For every Walmart that opens, a bunch of Main Street shops close down. Streaming services killed the video store. 100 years ago, half of all Americans were farmers. Now it's like 1 in 100. The thing is, you can't stop this process. It's going to happen. The trick isn't to stop it, but to figure out how to adapt. So yeah, the market is powerful, but it is absolutely not perfect. Sometimes it fails, and fails spectacularly. And that is when we need a referee.
Yeah, the market, when it's just left to its own devices, can create these massive problems that mess things up for everybody. And economists have a name for this. They call them externalities.
An externality is basically like secondhand smoke, but for the whole economy. Think about it. A factory might save a ton of money by just dumping its waste into a river. For them, that's a low private cost. But for the rest of us, for society, we pay the price. We pay for the cleanup, the healthcare costs, and we lose a river. That's the social cost, and the market by itself has absolutely zero incentive to fix that gap.
So here's the really crucial point. The market does not solve these problems on its own. Your neighbor gets all the fun of playing the bongos at 2 a.m., but you're the one who has to listen to it. The fast food place makes money selling you a burger, but society is stuck cleaning up the trash. And this is exactly why we have government. It's supposed to step in when that invisible hand just completely drops the ball. I mean, without these basic rules of the road, like property rights and laws that are actually enforced, our whole economy would just fall apart. You couldn't get a patent, you couldn't trust that your money was safe in the bank. It would be chaos. But let's be honest, government can be a huge problem too. It can act like this slow, clunky, inefficient monopoly. I mean, just think about the DMV. Do they have any reason to be nice or fast? No, because you have to go to them. You literally have no other choice. Hey, real quick, if you're getting some value out of this and it's sparking some new ideas for you, would you mind taking just a second to like this video and maybe share it with someone you think needs to see it? It really helps us make more explainers just like this one. Thanks.
All right, so if you really want to understand economics, and honestly, if you want to understand people, you have got to understand incentives, because people respond to them every time, and often in really surprising ways.
I mean, have you ever wondered why Burger King offers you a free meal if you don't get a receipt? It's not because they care about your personal accounting. It's a genius move. It's an incentive to get you to stop their employees from stealing. See, an employee can't just pocket your cash if they're forced to ring up the sale and give you that receipt. Without you even knowing it, Burger King has turned you into a manager. It's a brilliant solution to what's known as the principal agent problem, which is just the classic challenge of getting your employee, the agent, to do what's best for you, the principal.
And this is what it's all about. Good policy, smart policy, uses incentives to gently guide people toward doing the right thing. It's like rowing downstream. You're working with human nature, not against it. Bad policy, on the other hand, completely ignores incentives, and that usually leads to unintended and sometimes totally disastrous consequences.
So, when you really get down to it, economics isn't just another subject you learn in school. It's a lens. It's a toolkit for thinking more clearly about the world, for cutting through all the noise and seeing how things actually work underneath. And when you start thinking this way, it helps you move beyond just gut reactions, It helps you look at really complex emotional issues like poverty or globalization or climate change and actually analyze them. It lets you ask, what's working here? What isn't? And most importantly, why?
And that right there illustrates the ultimate lesson of the book. A market economy isn't perfect, not even close, but it's a pretty decent, though flawed choice when you look at all the other terrible alternatives. It's a lot like democracy, really. It's messy, it's imperfect, but it's also fiercely protective of our freedom and has proven to be an absolutely incredible engine for human progress. So now that you have this lens, what do you see differently? How does it change the way you think about your own choices, about the society we all live in, and about the future that we're all building together? Because economics gives us the tools not just to understand the world, but maybe, just maybe, to actually change it. Thanks so much for watching this Anime Economy Explainer. If you enjoyed it, please think about subscribing to the channel. It means a lot. And hey, if you want to go deeper on all this, the link to grab the book is right down in the description. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.